Hi everyone and welcome to the beautiful island of Bonaire. If you are new here, we are Brandi and Alan, and we've spent the last several months exploring the ABC Islands. The last 5 weeks of that have been here on Bonaire.
Yep, this is our last week, so we're going to take you around, show you the best stuff to do, the price of some stuff, and some useful information.
All right, let's get to it.
We just got to our new Airbnb. We were staying at another place. It was $35 a night. It was a room in a lady's house. Actually, second time we stayed there. First time we came to Bonaire, we stayed with her, and coming back was like staying with an old friend. Really nice. We didn't film a full tour because, you know, it was her house, but we do have some stuff to show you, especially the cats. This is our new Airbnb. It's $144 a night, quite expensive, but we have friends coming, so. This place is brand new. It's excellent. Everything about it's brand new. It's got a bathroom, nothing fancy, but it's nice and it's new and clean. Bedroom has, you know, what counts, right? It's got a big bed, AC for the tropics, and then we got a spare bedroom for our friends that are coming to visit, Leaf and Tori. Speaking of which, we gotta go to the airport and pick them up.
Just made it to the Flamingo airport. This is it. As you can see, it's really, really tiny. It's kind of cute. They even have a little flamingo in their passport stamps. But if you need a ride here, they are improving their services. So they have like buses and stuff now. But you might want to arrange a private taxi. I think it's like $20 to anywhere in the island. Not end up without a ride.
Enjoy the old Flamingo airport. They're gonna rebuild it soon.
Yeah, they're about to.
This is like a window into the past right here, guys.
Yeah.
That's where they are. They're here.
Look at it. Gotta go wait for them.
Hey, so great to see you.
I'm making a vlog. You want to be in it?
Yeah.
Sure. Cool.
I'm really excited.
How you feeling?
Good.
So the first place that we're going to take Leaf and Tori is 1,000 Steps. It is our favorite dive site. Really excited to show them, and I'm excited to show you guys too. So before you even get in the water here, or you go to any of the national parks or any of the major sites, you have to sign up with SNAPA, which is like their national parks management. It is $25 if you only plan on snorkeling, but $45 if you are going to be doing scuba at all. And they do check for this at all the scuba shops, at the national parks, the mangroves, etc. So be sure to do that before even getting in the water. We've never seen it enforced, but I know that there are SNAPA employees that do come around and check from time to time. And I don't think this applies to cruise ship passengers. I'm not sure on that, don't quote me, but just be aware of that and double check if you're watching this and you're coming in on a cruise. And before you come here, please, 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 just read up on how to treat corals and what to wear in the ocean and stuff like that. Just in the last 4 years, we've already seen the health of the reef and the fish decline a lot. A lot of the fish are sick with spots. A lot of the reef is damaged. So please, if you're going to enjoy this environment, just take the time to learn a little bit about it so you can protect it and we can all continue to enjoy it. When you get into the ocean here, you'll find some yellow stones up on the side. But if you look at the shoreline, there are these natural breaks in the coral, and that's where you can walk and not step on the coral, which you shouldn't do because it's a sensitive animal and you can kill it. There's another one, at least at 1,000 steps. Right here, you can see that dark outline and that sandy break for you to swim out. And you should look out for those natural breaks anywhere you get into a dive site here so that you don't stomp on any of the sea life. Did you love it?
Oh, more than loved it.
It's really relaxing.
Why am I not doing a job where I can be out here every day?
Yeah, exactly.
Just move to Bonaire. We'll come visit you.
Bonaire has lots of limestone, which needs to be eroded. So we're gonna go to a cave right now. And this one is one of the tourist caves that you normally have to pay $100 to go to, but it's just public, so you're allowed to go like anytime you want. It's just like literally a hole in the ground. And it's beautiful inside. There, get in this hole. So, these caves, because they're so deep, it gets to the water table, and a lot of them are wet. And you can snorkel and dive in them and stuff.
What?
Some of them are underwater connected cave systems where people dive. It's extremely hot down here. The base temperature of Bonaire is like it's 100 degrees. It's gross.
Our next dive site is called Karpata. This one is our absolute favorite for the quality of the snorkeling. Karpata's entry is a little more difficult than some places. So there's a yellow stone for normal, and you go in over this little cement block at the end. You can see that divot, and you kind of have to sit on that with your water shoes or fins on and hop in. So how do you guys like Karpata?
Epic. Again, the water was a little rough. I mean, the corals, fantastic.
We're gonna go explore Karpata.
So I believe this used to be an old aloe vera plantation. It was transformed into something else. I don't quite remember what it was. I read about it and then forgot. So I'll put whatever that was in the description or bottom right here. Now it's just a pile of ruins.
My favorite thing about this place is the coral.
I noticed that.
It's pretty cool. These are all coral skeletons. This whole entire walking area. We're all exhausted from diving a ton, so we're gonna head to the donkey sanctuary, to a distillery, and hopefully to try some local food.
Look at those flamingos, guys.
Now we're at the donkey sanctuary. It was $9 per ticket.
We are in foundation, so we have $9 for person.
It looks huge. It's apparently something you have to drive through.
160 acres.
160 acres, wow. It's like a sea of donkey. There's like 6 of them.
It's like a beer and seat sack over the
It kind of makes me nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
They're so cute.
Turning your back to them?
They're
Oh
so
yeah,
cute.
oh yeah, they are
You're
cute,
fine.
but I'm kind of nervous about it, you know?
You're good.
They are getting a little ornery. Jade, careful, careful. You don't want to get a donkey lip.
Yeah, that's why we're pushing them back. There we go.
There, that's probably good.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like to chew 5 gum, isn't it? Totally immersive donkey experience.
I was laughing so much I almost peed my pants.
Her reaction alone was worth it to me.
I agree with that. I would have paid $9 to see Tori like that again. Yeah, totally worth it. It's something I wouldn't have normally really given a chance because I wouldn't have wanted to pay $9 to see donkeys, but
It was worth it.
there's something about having them come up to your car
Yeah.
and swarm you.
Zombie apocalypse.
Donkey apocalypse. So for our next stop, we're headed over to Rincon, which is supposed to be the cultural center of Bonaire. We're going to check out a distillery that makes local liqueurs, and then we're going to see if we can try some Bonairian food. This spot is called Panorama Rincon. We actually found it by mistake, but it has a really nice view over the Rincon area.
We are currently at the Cadushy Distillery. Apparently they make liquor with cactus. Have you guys ever drank a cactus before? Well, we're about to go try it, so come on with us.
Dark green layer, that's the one we use. In there, it contains all the color and the flavor. Peel this off, and we give the rest of the cactus to the wild donkeys because they eat everything. Then we take the peels with us and we put it into a Bonairian dehydrated chamber.
I like that. Cheers.
Yeah, that's really good.
You like that?
I really like it.
This kind of reminds me of like an otter pop.
Yes.
Which one had
And
the...
Cuban tobacco
That's what I was
the
going to
cu-
ask,
yeah.
the tobaccos. That's what I
Yes.
thought I was tasting.
gives it a little smoky taste.
It really does. No, it's
The
noticeable.
smoky aftertaste is nice, but just the whiskey punch.
The woody punch up front is a little much for most people. When we were on the distillery tour over there, she was saying that the Triple B is their own recipe, and it's using the Cadushy cactus. But they don't have a brewery here on the island, so what they do is they've partnered with Belgium. And so they send the cactus over there, and it gets processed at that brewery, and then they send it back, and then they bottle it here, and then they package it up for us. And you can only try it here. I'm excited to try it.
Wouldn't it be funny if you just like slammed it? But don't do that.
It's delightful. I mean, it's really crisp and refreshing, which I would have expected from Belgian beer, but because I think it's how it's filtered, it's a lot cleaner than most of the Belgian beers that I've had before. I love it.
What do you guys think of the Cadushy Distillery?
It's most excellent. They are very nice people.
Great wrought iron gate, too.
Now we're at Posada para Mira, which has a lot of local Bonairian food, and we just ordered a lot of local cuisine to try. So Tori got the fish of the day. Leif got an iguana soup, which is highly recommended.
I wonder what that is. Oh, is that an egg?
Apparently comes with iguana eggs.
It was weird. It almost popped like a water balloon, and so like the yolk just came out of it, and that was really tasty. But then I was just left with the soft calcium shell.
I'm a little nervous about this.
Let's get a close up.
It doesn't look appetizing, and I think that's the problem.
Put it in your mouth, Dave.
Oh, it's like boba. Oh.
The texture is weird.
It's not popping.
Yeah, like I said, it only pops a little bit and it like drains, and then you gotta just deal with the shell.
It tastes good, but the texture of the shell, not doing that for me. Not doing it for me. I'm a little traumatized. Alan got some goat stew, which is another very local dish. I think it's pretty good. The one on Curacao, a little better. Still good. This is a local type of pancake and a croquette.
Okay, smells like bananas and cinnamon.
You like that?
That's good. It's very chewy and thick. This is a croquette. It's a Dutch type snack. It's usually like meat and potato rolled up together like mashed potatoes, breaded and then fried. I'm curious what they put in
Try any of this?
Bonaire.
No?
I'm not sure if I like that. It's not bad. It's just really weird. Yeah, it has a consistency of like refried beans, and there's like little bits of what maybe shredded pork or something.
I don't know if I like that either. I don't know what that is. So this is funchi. Our Airbnb host, our last one, told us about it because I was like, what is that tool in your kitchen? It took me years to figure out what it was. It's to make funchi. It's based on cornmeal and it looks fried.
Like fried cornbread?
Basically.
So I like this.
Yeah, I like that.
Bonairian food. I personally enjoyed it, but I think it's a more
I did too.
acquired type of taste. Yeah, we liked it. And then I think Tori and Alan were a little more hesitant.
I wouldn't say hesitant. I'd say neutral.
Neutral.
It was okay.
Adventure, 5 out of 5 stars. We're at Andrea I and II right now. So far I haven't ever loved this spot, but the current might be a little bit less bad today.
Just like every other dive spot, you enter and exit near the Yellowstones. Up here, you can kind of see it. There's a little break. You can see it's a lighter blue area where it's more sandy bottomed. Shouldn't walk over these parts. They're rocky, filled with urchins, fire coral, etc.
It's not that red, but it's just right there.
I see it, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you ever get a jellyfish sting, pour vinegar on it and scrape it off with a credit card or not your hands. Pretty much anything but your hands.
So I gotta say, that was probably like the best day diving I've ever had there.
Yeah, we've been here a few times, and sometimes it gets really murky, so it's not that cool to go out, but it has a nice shallow grade, I guess, out into the ocean.
It was a great little shallow, sandy.
Lots of fish, tons of healthy coral.
Good variety. Not so much near the shore. You definitely have to get out there. Wouldn't recommend this on a murky day, but we got lucky. It was clearer than usual, and it's been murkier than usual in most spots, so... Well, now we're gonna head on to the next stop.
Going to Witch's Hut to go diving. It's called Witch's Hut because there's an old house.
We're on our way to Klein Bonaire, which is like a little tiny island off the island of Bonaire. Can we get 4 tickets?
So tickets?
The water taxi tickets are $20 per person, and they include rides to and from the island. There are only certain pickup times, so you have to be aware of that. It changes depending on if it's a weekend or the weekdays. It's a weekday. So we're leaving at 10:30, and the boat picks you up from this dock right here. On the mornings when there's no cruise ship in port, they offer a drift dive drop-off. So what they do is take you to the beach, you leave your stuff behind on the beach, you get back on the boat, and then they take you to another part of the island and then drop you off for a snorkel, and the currents kind of just carry you back over to the beach area where you can get in and out again. Unfortunately, it sounds like there's a cruise ship in port right now, so we're just going to have to swim out this time, but that is something you can do if there is no ship in port.
Bonaire Island is a protected area, with the exception of the beach in front of us. As long as you have the white sandy beach, you are allowed into the light blue water. It's a feeling that a bonfire.
What do you guys think of Klein Bonaire?
It was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Strong current today, and I guess always, but once you get up current and float back, really nice time.
I think that's our water taxi. Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. See you. Bye-bye.
We are in downtown Kralendijk. This is pretty much it. It's about one street. This is a pretty small town for a really long time. There was like 5,000 people until fairly recently. Now it's starting to grow more. There's not much to it. A few souvenir shops, a few high-end dining places now, and I couldn't even really tell you much else.
Kralendijk is really small, but it is also really colorful in typical Caribbean style, so it's pretty cute. This is like the epitome of Bonaire. Thank you. These are cute. They're on the streets, made of coral skeletons, different shapes. And right next to the street with those super colorful buildings, a beautiful seaside walk. It's pretty long too. Goes pretty far down that way through Kralendijk. And then up this way, there's some pretty well-known dive shops and stuff.
Kralendijk is right on the water, so we're gonna go swimming. There's a huge area you can go swimming all the way up and down the coast.
Largu. Is that how you say it? Largu?
Something like that, yeah.
Largo?
Largo?
I think it's Largu. I don't know. It's a good place for sunset. You can look it up.
Yeah.
We're at a Surinamese restaurant. I don't know much about it other than it's a Latin American country. And the food seems influenced by parts of Southeast Asia. I don't really know that connection, but maybe I should read about it more.
They have lumpia here and it looks like it's delicious, so I'm ready to take my first bite. It really is delicious. It's a little hot.
That's fantastic. It has a bright ginger flavor that offsets any of the fattiness, and it's just like pure fried flavor. Deep fried, delicious. It's noodles with red chicken, whatever that is. I don't know what red chicken is. I feel like there could be a better version of this.
It reminds me of those noodles we got at Bako. I agree with you. It's really good. But I think like in Suriname, you'd probably get even better.
It's a goat roti.
Yeah, you got some goat.
That's pretty delicious.
How's it compared to the goat in Curacao?
It's way better.
This is better than the one in Curacao?
Yeah,
the one in Curacao was so good.
This is super good too. How's that chicken roti, dude?
It's so good he can't even talk.
Pretty much. And it's fantastic. I mean, the seasoning is great. And meat falls off the bone.
Oh, we're gonna get down on this now.
This lighthouse is the southernmost point on the island, divides the east from the west. I don't know too much about it except that it's old and you're supposed to keep out. It's cool, it's here if you want to check it out. It's worth a stop. We're at the salt flats down at the south side of the island. This is one of the more regular looking salt pans. You can see it's just a little dingy, but the saltier they get, the pinker they get.
Here you can very clearly see the differentiation in the salt pans. Dingy, bright pink.
Because of a bacteria that likes salt. Till eventually down that way, when it's ready for harvesting, you get these really brilliant bright pink pools of water. Also, other side, popular kiteboarding spot.
Down by the salt flats, it's kind of cool to see the contrast of the bright pink water and then bright turquoise on the other side. I mean, it is just salt. It can only be so interesting, but I don't know anywhere else where you look ahead and it's pink and blue. We just made it to one of the more historic sites on Bonaire. These are the slave huts. There are actually a few different sets of them, but back when Dutch slavery still existed, these are where the slaves that would work in the salt flats would stay during the week. I don't even know if a whole person could lay down in here. Maybe somebody my height, but if they were any taller, probably not. You could get an idea of the living conditions during the week for them, and then on the weekends, they would walk all of the way out to Rincon, which is 7 hours. So they'd walk all the way out there and 7 hours back just to see their families over the weekend.
Now we're at Red Slave, which is a popular diving destination. They call it that because the red obelisks which used to be used in old-timey days for loading and offloading salt on the ships. I guess the color of them marked the quality of salt they were selling. Now we're at Salt Pier. This is one of the most famous dive spots on the island. It's partly industrial and gets very deep, so there's a lot of big fish that come and hang out under the pier and stuff. So we're gonna go check it out.
We just made it to Largu. Largu and Largu Bay are popular areas for windsurfing. We are not windsurfers. We do love snorkeling, and they offer a snorkel tour in their mangroves. Excited for that. We've never done anything like it.
Hello.
Hi, we're here for 4 adults.
You pay for your stand-up check?
Yeah, we have.
So you're in charge?
Yeah.
You did everything?
Yep. That was an informative little thing. Apparently, mangroves are good for filtration, erosion, baby fish. This is like a Disneyland ride.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah, it was
I loved it.
totally worth it.
You said it was totally worth it?
Yeah.
If Alan says it was totally worth it, it's totally worth it. My only wish is that we were able to see more of the mangrove and spend a little more time actually in the water. But that very first part where we like swam out, we were the first ones out, and there are all the fish there, that was just like magical.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the light
Like a
twinkling.
Little mermaid. Yeah, like moment.
It was so cool. If you're ever in Bonaire, totally worth it. It was $50 per adult for the snorkel and kayak. You can just do the kayak for, I think it's $30 per adult. Now, since we're on this part of the island, we're going to run down to Largu and just check out the bay. Ow! I don't think it gets any more Bonaire than an iguana being chased by a donkey on a dirt road. Okay, so this is Largu. You can see over on this side why the east side isn't as enjoyable for snorkeling and diving. And also here, it's like a conch graveyard. I wonder why. They're endangered. There are just 6 of these piles we counted. Something like this would have been 25 years old, like this.
25 to 30 years old.
And they're all like that, pretty much.
You just said these piles used to be way bigger too. People have been taking them home as souvenirs.
Souvenirs or like home here for decor?
All
I would imagine it would be hard to get that through the airport.
now.
I don't think you can now. It's really sad.
Well, yeah, thanks so much for having
Bye,
us.
guys. It was good to see you. We'll see each other again. Yeah. Unless we die in like a horrible plane crash on the way to the Netherlands. Bye, guys.
Have a good rest of your day.
So this spot right here is super beautiful. It has a nice view over 1,000 steps, and it's a great spot if you want to come take photos. There's a cool little staircase. And now they've added a little walking trail. I'm not sure if it goes all the way to 1,000 steps. It looks like it might.